Welcome to World Changers Top, the channel where we uncover the lives of the most extraordinary figures in history. From brilliant scientists to legendary leaders, we explore their stories, achievements, and legacies, revealing how they shaped the world we live in today. Alexander the Great. The name itself evokes images of triumph, ambition, and unrelenting determination. Born in 356 BCE in Pella, Macedonia, Alexander rose to become one of history's most extraordinary leaders. In his short life of 32 years, he forged an empire that stretched from Greece to India, reshaping the ancient world and leaving a legacy that still resonates today. This is the story of his life, his unparalleled achievements, and a thought-provoking imagining of how he would thrive in the 21st century. The early years, a leader in the making. From the beginning, Alexander was destined for greatness. The son of King Philip II of Macedonia and Queen Olympias, he was raised in a household that valued both strength and intellect. His father, a brilliant military strategist, united the Greek city-states under Macedonian rule, laying the groundwork for Alexander's future conquests. Meanwhile, his mother instilled in him a belief in his divine heritage, claiming he was a descendant of Zeus. At the age of 13, Alexander began studying under the great philosopher Aristotle, who taught him subjects ranging from philosophy and science to literature and ethics. These teachings shaped Alexander's curiosity and intellectual depth, preparing him not only to be a warrior but also a thinker and a visionary leader. Ascending the throne, the young king's first challenges. When King Philip II was assassinated in 336 BCE, Alexander ascended to the throne at just 20 years old. His early reign was fraught with challenges. Rival factions within Macedonia questioned his authority, while Greek city-states, including Thebes and Athens, sought to break free from Macedonian rule. Alexander responded with decisiveness and strength. In 335 BCE, he crushed the rebellion in Thebes, destroying the city as a warning to others. This act secured his rule over Greece and demonstrated his willingness to make difficult decisions for the greater good. The campaign against Persia, a conqueror's dream. With Greece united under his rule, Alexander turned his attention to the Persian Empire, the superpower of the ancient world. His campaign against Persia, which began in 334 BCE, would become one of the most remarkable military expeditions in history. 1. The Battle of Granicus, 334 BCE, the first victory. Alexander's first major confrontation with the Persian forces occurred at the river Granicus. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Alexander's strategic brilliance and personal bravery led to a decisive victory. His forces crossed the river under heavy fire, and Alexander himself led the charge, cutting down the Persian cavalry. This victory opened the door to Asia Minor, where city after city welcomed him as a liberator. 2. The Battle of Issus, 333 BCE, facing Darius III. In the Battle of Issus, Alexander faced the Persian king Darius III. Although Darius commanded a much larger army, Alexander's tactical genius turned the tide. By focusing his attack on the Persian center, he forced Darius to flee, leaving his army in disarray. This victory solidified Alexander's reputation as a military prodigy and gave him control over much of modern-day Turkey. 3. The Siege of Tyre, 332 BCE, a lesson in perseverance. The island city of Tyre posed a unique challenge. Surrounded by water and heavily fortified, Tyre seemed impregnable. However, Alexander refused to give up. Over 7 months, his forces built a massive causeway to reach the city, eventually breaching its defenses. The fall of Tyre was a testament to Alexander's persistence and ingenuity. 4. The conquest of Egypt, founding Alexandria. In 332 BCE, Alexander marched into Egypt, where he was welcomed as a liberator from Persian rule. Declared a pharaoh, Alexander founded the city of Alexandria, which would become a center of learning and culture for centuries. His time in Egypt also deepened his interest in philosophy and the arts, further shaping his vision of a united, culturally diverse empire. 5. The Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BCE, the defining moment. The Battle of Gaugamela was the climax of Alexander's campaign against Persia. Facing an army several times the size of his own, Alexander employed innovative tactics to outmaneuver the Persians. His decisive victory led to the capture of the Persian capitals of Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis, and the fall of the Persian Empire. By the age of 25, Alexander was the ruler of the largest empire the world had ever seen. Beyond Persia, the march to India, Alexander's ambitions did not stop at Persia. In 327 BCE, he launched a campaign into India, seeking to expand his empire further east. Along the way, he faced fierce resistance from local rulers, most notably King Porus at the Battle of the Hydaspes in 326 BCE. Despite the challenges, Alexander's leadership and determination led to yet another victory, though his troops, weary from years of campaigning, eventually compelled him to turn back. Leadership and vision, the legacy of Alexander. Alexander was not just a conqueror, he was a visionary. His empire was not built on brute force alone, but on a vision of cultural exchange and unity. He encouraged his soldiers to marry local women, integrated foreign troops into his army, and founded cities that became melting pots of Greek and local cultures. This blending of cultures, known as Hellenization, left a lasting impact on art, science, language, and governance. Alexander's death and the fragmentation of his empire. In 323 BCE, at the age of 32, Alexander died in Babylon, likely from fever or poisoning. His sudden death left his empire without a clear successor, leading to its division among his generals. Despite this, his influence endured, shaping the course of history for centuries. Imagining Alexander in the 21st century. What if Alexander the Great lived in today's world? Here's how his genius might manifest. A global leader, Alexander's vision of unity would likely make him a champion of international cooperation, perhaps as a leader in organizations like the United Nations. An innovator in strategy, his military tactics would translate into the corporate world, where he might lead multinational companies with the same brilliance he showed on the battlefield. A modern influencer with his charisma, Alexander could dominate social media, spreading messages of unity and resilience to a global audience. Challenges in the digital age. While his ambition would remain unmatched, Alexander might struggle with the complexities of today's political landscape, requiring him to adapt his strategies to a world shaped by technology and diplomacy. Alexander the Great was not just a conqueror. He was a visionary who reshaped the ancient world. His military brilliance, cultural legacy, and unyielding ambition continue to inspire us today. From the battlefield to the modern boardroom, Alexander's lessons remain timeless. If you found Alexander's story as inspiring as we did, please like, comment, and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to World Changers Top for more incredible stories about the world's greatest figures. Hit the notification bell to stay updated. And let us know in the comments which historical figure you'd like to explore next. Thank you, and see you in the next video.